the Fed, let's say, pivots towards worrying about labor, and that happens in August at Jackson Hole, and you get all the cries from people that are worried about inflation, and the cries from people that believe the Fed is making a policy mistake. And I think you and I are both, in this point of that eventually labor is going to be disrupted by exponential innovation. And I've written two pieces this week specifically on the fact that it's here, it's now, and as we leave 2025, the number one most important thing for people is this year was a transition year where inference started to accelerate in terms of token usage, which leads us into the next stage of artificial intelligence, which I've called stage 2, where stage 1 was where these machines and these bots went through undergrad and they've graduated. They have 160 IQ now, and that number is only going to continue to compound every month and as every release comes out. But that just means we're closer and closer to knowledge workers being disrupted, and knowledge workers make up a huge percentage of obviously the United States labor, and that's going to start in much bigger fold this year. And the problem is you've already seen Walmart. Now you've seen Amazon make the headlines. You've seen Accenture, 3 of the 4 biggest private employers in the country, have all said, we're not going to be hiring. We'll hire eventually, but they've openly said that they're not hiring. And I'll just bring this up because I highlighted this chart last week, which is if you have a long-term chart of earnings per share and you overlay it with 2 separate labor indicators, one just temp employees hired. Temps have been going down consistently now, really since 2022. Exactly right around the point that ChatGPT got launched. And then secondly is just the JOLTS number, which obviously went up dramatically during COVID, but has come back down. But those 2 things were very, very much correlated almost exactly to earnings per share in the S&P. So we've entered that very dangerous point where, especially from the big companies like Amazon who are spending lots of money, they need to be reducing employees to stay competitive. And I think one of the mistakes people have made is that they actually believe, number one, AI is not going to do that. That's a mistake. Well, you and I both know that. Number 2, they kind of view it as, well, the companies are not going to fire the people. And the reality is, in a capitalist world where your shareholders determine and your board determines what you're doing, you are absolutely going to see profit margins be the way that people are going to focus on. And I think we're at that inflection point right now where this labor situation, which has reached levels unprecedented, where you can have nominal GDP growing at 5% and no creation of jobs outside of healthcare, we're already seeing it. And I just don't think enough people that I'm speaking with recognize how quickly this has come on and how we're at the very beginning stages of something that goes exponential in terms of the labor side. And how do you catch up to exponential? So this is never going to get better on the labor side. It's only going to either stay the same or worsen. And I think that has huge implications.
So you obviously like this video enough that you've got to the end. That's quite a big task. But listen, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button, and also check out what video's next, because I think you'll love it. But if you want even more, and when I'm talking more, I'm talking about member-generated ideas, incredible alpha, research, everything there to help you in your journey, just head to realvision.com/join for the best financial intelligence out there and the pure alpha that's within the platform.